Hello you beautiful, beautiful people. Today we are going to slip and slide our way through the winter season for Series 40 to complete this week's Forza Fun challenges. Go further to grab 200 Forza points and the much needed 15% towards the festival playlist. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing so you can find your way back to the channel nice and easily. A like rating would be much appreciated, and let's go jump into this week's Forza Fun challenges. Now I feel at this point in Forza Horizon 4 everybody owns Lake Lodge already, but it wouldn't be a weekly Forza video from me if I didn't mention it. Do you own Lake Lodge? If not, why not? It will double all Forza points for all Forza activities. Daily Forza challenges, weekly Forza challenges, and Forza lives every hour on the hour. And as I'm sure you know, it is quite expensive at 5 million credits, or it's free if you have the VIP pass. Now for this week's Forzathon challenges, we are using one of my favourite pickups in Horizon 4, the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. I'm running 1,356 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for as little as 58,000 credits. If you'd like to use my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or use the file name Skippy YouTube. Share codes for tunes are in the description and in the comments below. Now before we jump into the weekly Forza challenges go further, we'll take a look at all the rewards on the playlist, the Forza shop, the backstage vote, and the Super 7 rewards. So first, up for grabs for 50% completion is the Rover SD1. For 80% completion, the Koenigsegg CCX, a very cool car indeed. For this week's online trial, Natural Habitat, you've got the Chevrolet ZR2, very, very cool pickup, something to rival the Ford Ranger Raptor. For the playground games or the winter games, the Mexican hat dance, if that's your thing. And then the 3 championships, we got the Mercedes-Benz GT 4-door for completing all-wheel drive Spotlight. For completing Snowball Fighter, the Ford Fiesta GRC, a very cool rally car. And then finally, for the Ford Cup, we've got the Ford Mustang S5, some very cool rewards up for grabs. But let's jump on over to the Forzathon shop and check out this week's goodies. Still no pre-order cars in the Forzathon shop. First car up for grabs is the Toyota 1994 Celica GT 4-door ST205, 599 Forzathon points. Second car up for grabs, also available at the auto show and probably tons in the auction house, the 1993 McLaren F1, fairly cheap at 150 Forzathon points. We've got the Artist hoodie, which looks pretty cool, and the yellow biker helmet up for grabs as well. 75 Forzathon points for each of those. And if you're feeling lucky and got any spare Forzathon points and knocking around, you grab yourself a normal wheel spin for 100 Forzathon points. Or you can grab a super duper wheel spin for 300 Forzathon points. And last week's Horizon Backstage vote saw the ATS GT go up against the Lamborghini Diablo GTR, and quite rightfully so, the Diablo GTR has won and is now available for purchase in Horizon Backstage. This week's Horizon Backstage vote has the Alpine A110 up against the Renault Clio 197. Let me know in the comments which one you're voting for, or even if you're voting at all on either of these cars. Now my vote would be on the Alpine A110. It is probably the cooler car of the two, but with that being said, let's head on over to Super 7 and check out this week's reward. The Koenigsegg CCGT is this week's Super 7 reward. We have seen it a bunch of times as a reward in the playlist and the Forzathon shop. We've even been giving it for free from Playground Games, but if you want to add another one to your garage or you somehow don't own this car already, just complete these 7 challenge cards within Horizon Super 7. So with all the rewards and the good stuff out the way, let's crack on with this week's Forzathon challenges go further. Chapter 1, a power and a force. Own and drive the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor, completely redesigned from the ground up for supreme off-road capability. Once you've hopped in your Ford Ranger Raptor, hop outside your festival, house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road, a power and a force completed. So with Chapter 1, a power and a force completed, it's on to Chapter 2, ride into the Ranger Zone. Run in those giant shock absorbers, combine air skills and wrecker skills to earn 10 crash landing skills in your Ranger Raptor. Now this chapter is potentially the trickiest chapter this week. Now it can be completed absolutely anywhere within the free roam map as long as you can get air skill followed by a crash landing. The best place I find for this is the sand dunes located just south of Bamberg Castle. Here we go then, 10 crash landing skills. Now using the sand dunes to get some air and using the trees and fences to get my wrecker skills, I'm going to go ahead and get 10 crash landing skills. Hopefully that should be 1. Landscaping, crash landing. That's 1, 9 more to go. While I faff about in the background earning 10 crash landing skills, I want to give a massive shout out to all you beautiful members. Brandy, Asun, James, Peter, James, Justin, Victor, Hardy, Rod, FH4 Player, Zeta, Pearl Jam, Peter, Dragon, Terry, Stephen, Kevin, Carlton, Easy, and Owen. Thank you all so much for going that extra mile to support the channel. So like I say, after faffing around for about 10 minutes, that is 10 crash landing skills done, ride into the Ranger Zone completed. Like I say, not the easiest of chapters this week. Just be persistent with it and you'll soon earn those 10 crash landing skills. But that is chapter 2, ride into the Ranger Zone completed. On to chapter 3, Ranger Things. Turn your world upside down by earning a barrel roll skill with your Ranger Raptor. Again, another chapter this week that can be completed absolutely anywhere within the free roam map, as long as you have some sort of ramp that you can roll the Ranger Raptor. Best place to get this done for me though is the Greendale Airstrip. Now, towards the end of Greendale Airstrip, the camera end of Greendale Airstrip, there is this ramp that jumps these tube, and on the end of this ramp is another little ramp that we're going to use to do our barrel roll. You want to back up the Ranger Raptor to the... Now, near the bottom end of Greendale Airstrip is a ramp to the right that jumps over these concrete tubes. On the end of that ramp, just to the left of it, you will see that little ramp that we're going to use to do our barrel roll. Back up to this trailer with the logs on, and then let the Raptor rip. We want to hit it at about 80 miles an hour, so we're going to need third gear. When you hit the ramp, turn left, it will flick you round. Ranger Things completed, and we stuck the landing. So with chapter 3, Ranger Things completed, it's on to our 4th and final chapter this week, Game Ranger. Prove that your Ranger Raptor is king of all terrain by winning 5 events of any type. Road, dirt, cross-country, street and drag races all count. Now for this chapter we do have free roam of any of the racing series within Horizon 4. I personally am going to be using the cross-country series, and we're going to be heading on over to the Ambelside Loop cross-country, located just north of the Horizon Festival site, where I have created a cheeky blueprint for you guys to use called Quick FORZA-thon Chapter 4, 0.5 miles in length and locked to the Ranger Raptor. If you want to use this blueprint, just search for gamertag Skippy4631 or use the share code 145040059. Now, races for the weekly FORZA challenges, driver difficulty does not affect them, and as we do need to win 5 races in our Ranger Raptor, I'm going to be putting it on New Racer. No reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. Here we go then, race number 1 in our Ranger Raptor. Like I say, we do need to win, so we're going to take a cheeky left down this hill. Driver tires are going to stick to the road, and we're going to head straight on to the finish line and across the line for first place. Through the power of editing, we are on to our 5th and final race for this chapter. Driver tires sticking to the road, we're taking a cheeky left, heading straight down the hill to that finish line, mind the tree, and across the line, first place. And with chapter 4, Game Ranger completed, that finishes off this week's FORZA challenges Go Further, banking 200 FORZA points and the much needed 15% towards the festival playlist. If you've got any questions about the weekly FORZA challenges or FORZA Horizon 4, do hit me up in the comments. I do my best to help you out. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing so you can find your way back to the channel nice and easy. We will be completing the rest of the festival players live here on the channel in the next couple of days. But as always, a like rating would be much appreciated. Stay safe and have an awesome day.